comes to the facts, I brought them. She hasn't. She hasn't referenced a single doctor by name. I have. I have referenced statistical analysis given by the CDC and by Planned Parenthood itself in giving statistical facts. She hasn't. So I'm not gonna push back and forth and talk about doctors in that sense. Yeah. But here's, when it comes down to, I want to address a little bit more on an interesting fact that she brought up about how Republicans don't care about blacks unless they're an unborn child, which is completely untrue. When we come to analyzing the facts, abortion kills more black people than violent crime, AIDS, heart disease, and the top 5 common medical causes besides heart disease in men in the African American community than abortion does. I mean, these facts are clear that the people that founded Planned Parenthood and the people that are proponents of abortion at the beginning wanted to use this tool to eradicate a certain population within the American community. Yes, now it has become something else. It's become a matter of convenience. It's become the morning after pill. It's become the icky clinic that you go to get a quick fix after a drunken night out at a nightclub in Las Vegas and find yourself waking in a hotel room that you don't know to. That kind of behavior has cost America 40 million lives since 1970s. It costs America 1.3 million lives per year. It costs the world 40 million lives every year. Abortion is not a matter of convenience. It's a matter of how we can keep this tool from eradicating future generations of Americans and citizens of the world. We have to look at other solutions. Sure, I myself am a Catholic, and the Catholic Church teaches against the use of certain methods of birth control. But again, like we stated in the opening addresses of the church and state method, I'm fine for teaching abstinence-only education. I'm fine for teaching, education that teaches about birth control. Let's get those means out there. Let's increase funding for adoption clinics, and let's get public awareness out there. But in the meanwhile, while we work on these other solutions, we have to tackle the main problem at its core. And that core is the basic fact that aborting unborn children in a mother's womb is murder.
Like I said, obviously I've known for years that Jae-yoon thinks that it's murder, but not everyone thinks that it's murder. It's based on your moral and religious convictions on what is inside of you. We have not come to a consensus as society as to when life begins, when human life begins. Also, abstinence-only education is not ever going to do any good. Maybe you just said it wrong or you're not aware of what abstinence-only education is, but abstinence-only education has been proven to not work in preventing unwanted pregnancies. You mentioned something about Planned Parenthood and the people who created abortion. Abortions have been going on since the beginning of time. Women have been aborting whatever that is inside of them since the beginning of time. So Planned Parenthood did not create abortion to
You never said they did.
for eugenics. Is that the word? Eugenics? Whatever. They didn't create abortion. It's been going on since the beginning of time. And like I said, my point here is not about science. It's not about anything other than some women think that life begins here, some women believe that life begins here, some women believe that life begins here, and it is not up to the government, laws, men, other women. It's not up to anyone to decide when that life begins for that one woman, except for that one woman.
Okay, you're right. It's clearly not about science when it comes to your facts. But if you look at the common concept, do I not get a rebuttal?
No, that was supposed to have been the last rebuttal. Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to get a little bit deeper with this. Okay. The question is this. The question is this. To you, young lady. Do you think, given the situation in society today, men are just as equal to women and women are just as equal to men? If a man impregnated a woman, and let's say that woman does not want to carry that child to term, should a man, the father of that child, have the right to demand that that child live by having the mother carry the baby to term?
Sir Cooper, I have a comment on your question. When you say that
Wait,
the
wait,
man,
wait,
well,
wait.
I just have a comment on your question to make a clarification.
No, it's not. Wait. You gotta wait your turn.
Yeah, but you have premised your question. So here's what he
What-
said. He said
no.
if a man impregnates a woman, making it seem as if the woman had no choice to lay there and let the man impregnate.
I think we all know how women get pregnant.
It's a mutual consensus in which they agree to have sex, and then a child is the consequence. Like we said, only 1% of all abortions are due to rape and incest. So 99% of the time, the women and the man are getting together and having sex consensually. So it's not a man impregnating a woman, like as if he's
Okay.
forcing himself on her. So
All right, now-
I don't agree with the premise of your question.
Okay, now, everybody, the debate has been going quite well, and I knew that this would happen, because I know that there are some people that just don't respect the rules. They want to set the rules, but they do not abide by the rules themselves. Now, you know that it was her turn. You were out of turn, and you owe her in this room an apology. You know that.
No.
I'm not having anything to do with her. I'm telling you that you asked an
Then you
Yes.
owe me an
unbiased
apology.
No, he's allowed to disagree.
Okay, and you're an audience member.
There are rules that were set.
And you're breaking them by being biased and asking
That's right.
a non-biased
Can I
question.
answer the question?
Sure, go ahead. Sue.
All right. So absolutely not. The man has no say in the conversation because he does not get to decide what is alive inside of her or what is a human life inside of her and what is not. She gets to decide what is human life inside of her is. Not a man, not the government, not laws, not other women. Nobody gets to decide except for her.
All right, now it's your turn.
So here's the thing. When was the last time a human being, a female human being, gave birth to anything other than a human being? When's the last time you saw a woman give birth to a Lhasa Apso? When's the last time you saw a woman give birth to a Siberian tiger? It doesn't happen because whatever is inside of her womb that you don't know is human life or not, oddly enough, always equates to the birth of a human child. So obviously, whatever is inside her womb is human. Second point, she keeps talking about the consensus of Americans being against abortion. Well, a new statistic founded by the Pew Institution and also by the Alan Guttmacher Institute has just come out with the figure for this year, saying that 56% of Americans are against abortions in all cases except in the case of the endangerment to the mother's life, rape, and incest, which I, again, have to say that it counts for less than 1% of all abortions carried out in America. So, common consensus is against you. Medical science is against you. Common virtue and common knowledge is against you. When are you just going to suck it up and accept the facts and realize that you can't have this morning after pill and you can't kill children?
The last rebuttal, and then after that rebuttal, we're going to open the question up to the audience. But first of all, before we get there, let me make it clear to you guys. You guys set the rules, okay? Both sides set the rules. I am here to enforce the rules. You were wrong for speaking out of turn. I'm not going to allow you to get away with that. Now, I don't care what anybody says in the audience. We abided by the rules. You broke the rules. Now let's move on. Give me your last rebuttal on that.